Hi guys, welcome to another Frosta Friday. I'm so happy you're here. As some of you may know, for better or worse, Monday is February 14th, which in North America is Valentine's Day. Do I celebrate it? No. I don't think I've ever really have, but they gave me a really fun idea for a recommendation video. Today, I hope you're interested to see what social psychopath I would marry, kiss, and kill. See you after the intro. I know that me posting this means that I'm really late to post my January anticipated releases wrap up, but were you not, it'll be here next Wednesday. But anyway, I thought of, a really fun idea to do some video recommendation, and what better than kiss, marry, and kill. I am fascinated by psychopaths, serial killers, sociopaths. I find the way their mind work to be really fascinating. I do not like them. I would never write to anyone in jail, but I tend to gravitate towards them when I'm picking my thrillers. And even some horrors, there's just something about it, and they go together with whodunit like no one, right? I will start by giving you the criteria I have for this. I have two sessions. My first one is a proper recommendation of books that I adore with very interesting, albeit a little sociopathic characters, and I'll be giving you my review for them. And after that, I'll have a rapid fire. I'll go into the rapid fire when I get to it. But first, let me go to the criteria that I came up with that applies to all the books I'll be sorting today. So I will either kiss, kill, or marry a psychopath based on their personality, intrigue, and appeal, not by gender or sexuality. And even though I am a committed heterosexual woman, this is for fun purposes only. And again, it's not based on gender or sexuality or anything. It's just the personality, the character as a person itself. Because the main killer in some thrillers is one of the reveals that come at the end, I'm not going to be saying the name of the character or if it is a he or she, because there will be no spoilers on this video. So I'll be talking about they, unless it's clearly stated from the get-go, and in that case, I'll be talking about the character. And just for the purpose of this video, I didn't include all the killers in books I have read, only those that I personally consider either sociopaths or psychopaths, not those ones that, even though I don't agree with, might have had a reason to kill someone or as a crime of passion. No, these are people that really enjoy making other people's lives hell. And lastly, the criteria for kill, kiss, and marry. So kiss is someone that I would have fun with, even though I would always have my, ears up and foot behind. I don't want to trust them as far as I can throw them, but they would be fun. They are people I would hang out with. Kill, obviously, are sociopaths that I absolutely hate. They make my skin crawl. They give me like all that solar plexus reaction. It's like, no, they should not exist in the face of the earth. And if I could kill people, if I could be a Dexter, these are the people I would kill. Definitely black and white. Marry, I have one is someone I would marry or be best friends with. knowing that they are killers, and I would be okay with it. I don't know if there will be anyone in this category. And the second part of the married are those that are attractive enough and rich enough that I would marry and kill. So I can, get the money. Why not? And actually have inside scoop and rid the world of them. Those are my criteria. For the book recommendation review, the main part of this one, I only have 2 criterias. These are books that I have read since I came out of my slump in October 20th until today. And the next one are books that I haven't yet reviewed because I don't want to be repetitive. So that was hard because the one person I would kill the most is a book I've reviewed, but let's get to it later. So the 3 books I have for the first part are The Marriage Secret by Carrie Baldwin, Every Vow You Break by Peter Swanson, and They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. The Marriage Secret is a February 2022 book. I found it out after I posted my most anticipated, but I read it. It was such a fun ride. We follow Holly and Zach. They are married to the outside world. They have the perfect life. He's a really successful, rich doctor. She's a stay-at-home mom with a beautiful children, a beautiful house. Only people do not know that behind their closed doors, he is an abusive prick. He is an abusive, gaslighting, scum of the earth prick. We find it out within the first 2 chapters. I will tell you, I almost DNF'd the book just because I couldn't stomach him. But it is what it is. She doesn't know how to leave him. She's making excuses for him. And then a young lady related to him dies. The police knocks on the door and he becomes a suspect. She gives him an alibi and things escalate from there. Sounded very intriguing. I picked it up. I read it. I will have to say that any author, and I think I've said this before, that makes me feel so strongly about a character, either positively or negatively, did something right in my book. I'm a character writer, and that's what this person did. Zach is so real, so fleshed out that every time he was gaslighting or doing something, I literally wanted to punch the book. He is the scum of the earth. That's what it is. Men like him should not exist. And because I felt so strongly about him, I definitely want you to read this book too. I'm not going to review. This book has a lot of twists and turns. I really liked the narrative. It was a very fast-paced, unputdownable book, really. So it's one of those that if you are in a slump, you definitely should pick it up. It reads fast. And as always, don't take books as seriously. I would say that Baldwin played mostly fair. So I think everything is on the pages and you can connect the dots, even though it was stretched out just a tiny little bit. But it's a book that I enjoy. I haven't written my review yet, but I would say that this will definitely sit between a 375 and a 425. I cannot fault the pace, the intrigue. The characters were really good, even though Zach was stronger. I wish Holly and some of the other secondary characters had been slightly more fleshed out, but I understand why they weren't. Holly obviously starts the book as a weak, meek person, and then she has her character arc, and we really do not know who the killer is until the review at the end. So I think the suspense in this book was really well written and delivered. So for those reasons, I really recommend this book. Next, I have Every Vow You Break by Peter Swanson. I know he has another book coming out and I will read it. And if you haven't checked this video, my open letter to Peter Swanson, you should, because I have so many issues with him. He is the one author I love to hate or hate to love. I haven't decided. He has some things in his books that personally trigger me. But one thing I cannot deny is every time you pick one of his books, you're going to be mind blown. You're going to be taken on a journey. He builds suspense and tension, and his narrative is one of the most addictive things I've ever read. So is he a great author? Yes. I just have some problems with some of issues like sexism, in my opinion. Apparently, I'm the only one that sees it, so I don't know. If you agree with me, comment down below. But his book from last year, Every Value Break, it seems to be most people's least favorite Peter Swanson book, but it's definitely one of my top 3 of his books, only because, as far as I can tell, it's the least problematic book, in my opinion, that he has put out there, and entertained. It was really fun and has some really, really disgusting characters. What is this book about? We have Bruce and Abigail. They are about to get married. He is freaking wealthy. And she is actually in love with him for who he is, despite some very traumatic relationships that did not end well in her past. So he is literally her knight in shining armor. He even pays for her and her bridal party, the bridesmaid and maid of honor, to go to this winery that is also like a resort, to have her bachelor party as a luxurious, all paid expenses on his dime. Whatever happens there stays there kind of thing. Abigail gets really drunk. And this man comes in and kind of becomes her last hurrah. She does have a one-night stand with him, and then she decides to keep that a secret from her husband because she still wants to marry him. So she marries Bruce. She goes to this private island on their honeymoon. And not long after she gets there, she sees that man that she slept with, the man that had been trying to contact her ever since that one-night stand, right there on an island with no way in or out, because people only come by plane, and the plane is not scheduled to come for the next few days. Awkward. We just go from there, okay? Is this book predictable? For me, it was. Does that affect my enjoyment of the book? Not at all. This is one of the things that, like everything that Swanson, in my opinion, does best, he did on this book. It's a book you can not devour. I, in fact, haven't read any of Swanson's books in more than 2 sittings. So, you're just gonna read it and get to the end. There's not as many problematic things. Another reason to pick up this book and why I'm recommending it is because if there's one, well, there's not, this is already the second thing, but another thing that Swanson does really well is he has these crazy ideas for plots and he just rolls with it. But not only does he roll with it, he manages to play fair as he does. So all the twists and turns are right there in the page. There's always foreboding. So yes, please take me on that crazy journey while playing fair. I'm gonna be there. Now, a little bit of caveats. His women are not the best, so don't go into it expecting a strong female character. This is a female character written by a man, and at least for me, it shows so. None of these things kept me from enjoying the book, mind you. And another thing that I want to mention just before you picked it up, because I want you to go in with the right expectations, I think you will enjoy this book more if you don't expect a strong female character, as mentioned. and you do not expect it to be the guest list. I've heard this Every Value Break compared to the guest list by Liz Foley quite a lot. And to be honest, they have nothing in common other than the fact that it happens around the time of a wedding or marriage, in this case a honeymoon, and they go to a private island and there's some weather elements. That's it. That is it. Do not go into it expecting a similar book to the guest list, because that's a for sure way for you to get disappointed. So all in all, Every Value Break, I gave 4.33 stars, which is fair in my rating system. Now let's get to They Never Learn by Lane Fargo. Spoiler alert, for enjoyment, I gave this a 5, and it has an overall rating of 4.93, in my opinion. Another spoiler alert is more likely than not is going to make my 2022 top some list. It was an amazing book. I cannot wait to read more from her. Like, the characters are so freaking strong. Yes, give me more. Okay, before I get on my review, if you haven't learned, what is They Never Learn? I don't even know how to start talking about this because the book evolves so well. But basically we have 2 point of view. Scarlett, she's a teacher at Gorman University. She is strong, devious, smart, beautiful, witty, intelligent. She's also a killer. Yes, she's a serial killer. We know that from the beginning. Every time she hears of a man, especially on campus, that has either emotionally or sexually abused a woman and got away with it, either because of money privilege, white privilege, whatever privilege, the justice just looked to the other way, and the woman never got justice. Scarlett delivers it to them. She kills them, makes it look like a suicide, in some cases an accident, whatever. And again, this is not a spoiler because her point of view starts with her killing a victim. And it punches you in the gut from the beginning. So she's a female Dexter, basically. And in my opinion, only better. We also, on the other hand, follow the point of view of Carly. She's a student at Gorman University, and she's everything that Scarlett is not. She's meek, she's naive, she's just seeing the outside world for the first time. She doesn't know how to defend herself. And she moves into her dorm room and she makes a friend who's really out there, and that's her coming of age and becoming a person and facing some moral dilemmas that I'm not going to spoil it for you. But we have these 2 opposing point of view. If that's not enough for you to want to read this book, take my word for it. Read this book. The characters are amazing, especially the female characters. There's some queer representation. The twists and turns make sense, and they are fair play, and they come at a time that is organic. Even after one that you think, you might stop the book here. No, you want to continue to read. From the first word to the last period, Fargo grabs your attention. Like, this is one of the books that I have enjoyed the most, and I'll definitely be rereading. And anyone that wants a fast-paced, amazing book, I will be recommending this. Like, honestly, I don't know how to say any more without spoiling it for you, because I don't want you to read it because I love it so much. Because even my excitement might be a spoiler. Just take my word for it. Just read it. They Never Learn. Amazing book. So out of these 3 books, I want you to take just a second and try to guess who I would kill, kiss, and marry. Okay, I'm gonna review it now. If you don't have your answers, you can just pause. I will definitely, without a shadow of a doubt, kill Zach. I will, without a shadow of a doubt, kiss and be best friends with, this is the only exception, I would kiss and be best friends with and support my girl Scarlett. And I would marry the psychopath from every value break. So this is my recommendation. If you're here for that, thank you for coming. I will see you again next week. But if you want to stay, I have a surprise for you. I have a rapid fire round of Marry, Kiss, and Kill. So in here, I have all the books that I have read between January 1st and December 31st, 2021, that meets all the criteria I mentioned before, you know, including like the Sociopath Day, whatever, everything. But the only thing that is different about this is in here, there will be books that I have already reviewed, and all of them do contain sociopaths. So I'll try to be fast on this one. There are, I believe, 72 books here. I will not go over them, but I will have a Goodreads list with all of them if you want to check them out. So now I'll be sorting them for your entertainment. In here, it will be, you know, the books whose sociopath I would marry. And you see how it's black because it's their funeral. They just don't know it yet. And I gaslight them with the party. Obviously, the ones I kiss and the ones I would kill. In no particular order. And as you can see, I just got the cover and I put them little here. So again, it will be linked down below and I'll try to be as fast as I can. I'll never tell. Kiss. The Good Neighbor. Yes. Her Last Holiday. Or I think one thing I forgot to mention is that for the sociopaths, I do include cult leaders, just so you know. So Her Last Holiday. Oh my God, what does this say about me? I would also kiss. The Final Girl Support Group. Kill. A Flicker in the Dark. There's something wrong with me. I would kiss. The Wrong Family. Kill. These Toxic Things. Kill. And I had to think about it. Oops. Never Saw Me Coming. Kill. Audition. Oh my God. Kill. Bye. Verity. Kiss. The Maidens. Kill. Don't even have to think about it. Hairpin Bridge. Kill. The Plot. Kill. Behind Closed Doors. This is a kill. That's the book I would have recommended if I hadn't already talked about it. It's one of the most disgusting psychopaths out there. The Other Passenger. Kill. 9 Perfect Strangers. Kiss. The Therapist. Kiss. The Good Sister. Kill. The Family Plot. kill. There might be more than one, so I'll leave it a kill, but it's a soft kill. The sanatorium kiss. The arrangement kiss. My lovely wife. I would kiss one, kill the other. Sorry. I would kiss one, marry the other. So I'll put it here just to balance things out. Mexican Gothic, kill the silent patient, kiss. For your own good, definitely kiss. What lies between us, definitely kill. The Southern Guard to Slain Vampires, kill. The Upstairs Family, kill. 5 Total Strangers, kill. Okay, now I'm starting to feel better about myself. The Midnight Man, kill. The Death of Mrs. Westaway, kill. The Hunted, kiss. False Witness, kill. The Shadow Man, kill. The Man I Married, kill. Jar of Hearts, kiss. I See You. Behind Her Eyes, I Would Marry. Last Girl Coasted. Well, I don't have to say kiss, marry, or whatever anymore, just to go faster because you can see. Never Have I Ever. The Patient. Play Nice. The Perfect Ruin. One of Us Is Lying. The Gingerbread House. The Islanders. The Reunion. The Anatomy of Desire. The Shadow People. The Playdate. The Stowaway. The Serial Killer's Wife. Sorry. Survive the Night. Shiver. Near the Bone. Not even thinking about it. The Butterfly Garden saying bye. The Hawthorne School. I would. Gone for Good. 8 Perfect Murders. Chasing the Boogeyman. Comfort Me with Apples. We Were Never Here. Bye. A Dark and Secret Place. A Noise Downstairs. Pretty Little Wife. Another one that is bye, bye, bye. The Breakdown. The Jigsaw Man. There's a copycat and a killer. But this is a hard kill for both. The Hidden is a kill. How to Kill Your Best Friend. Kill. The kind worth killing. Kiss. She's too pretty to burn. It would be a kiss. Boom. That was my rapid fire. And just so you know, I did not plan this ahead. I just made a list, printed, and didn't even look at it until this very moment. I surprised myself. I didn't know I would kiss so many psychopaths, but that's what it is. I hope you enjoy this. I'm gonna keep this box, and maybe around every Valentine's Day I'll do the same with the books from the year prior. So let me know if you like this, if you want this to be an annual thing. Out of the books you have with sociopaths, psychopaths, serial killers, what is the one book that has a character that you would kiss, kill, and marry? I'm really, really interested in knowing. Thanks, guys. I will see you on Wednesday with my January wrap-up. Fingers crossed. And until then, be the hummingbird and have a fantastic, wonderful, wicked. May the sun shine on you. Bye.